Welcome to Scott Cooks. Tonight I'll be making deviled eggs using the 5-5-5 method. Stay tuned to find out what that means. And we're also going to be doing some organic chicken breast nuggets. This has a whole grain coating on it. Something a little more healthy here. We're going to do all that in the Ninja Foodi. Stay tuned. This is what I like to call my dinner deviled eggs, meaning I'm not going to pretty them up for presentation. I'm not carrying them with me to a dinner or something. These are just for my dinner. Looks not so important. Got a cup of water in the Foodi. I've also got the rack, which comes with the Foodi. I've got it inverted. I've got 6 large eggs, but the number of eggs for this actually doesn't matter. The water and the time makes no difference how many eggs you put in it. Try not to let your eggs touch the side of the Foodi, but could get a little brown. So just put them on the rack. Zoom you in here a little bit. There you go. And put your pressure lid on. Make sure you set it over to seal. Defaults to high when you press pressure. That's what we want. And this is part of the 5-5-5 method. We're going to do 5 minutes. Then we'll do a 5-minute natural, which means we won't touch it. So after the 5 minutes, we leave it alone. And then we do 5 minutes in an ice bath. Stop the cooking. Let's talk some more about these nuggets. I want to get you a shot of what's going on here. I think you can read that. So these are non-GMO, got less fat, no hormones, no steroids, 100% organic. From Purdue. This is their little Simply Smart brand or whatever you want to call it. I like nuggets, but I've never had these before. So this will be interesting to see how these cook up in the Foodi, and more interesting to see what they taste like. Okay, that was the first 5 minutes. Now we just let it sit, which is called a natural pressure release. You see it counting upwards now. So we're going to let that count up to 5 minutes. Then we'll release the pressure and dunk them into some ice water for 5 minutes. So while we're waiting on this, I'm going to get a bowl and a little water and some ice and just set it out. Okay, that was 5 minutes. So that's 5 and 5. We need to stop these from cooking. So right into the ice water for 5. And that's the 5-5-5 method. I've got a few other videos on other methods to do this as well. They're a little bit different. So there's multiple ways to hard boil an egg in the Foodi. This one's easy to remember, 5-5-5, if you can just remember what the 5 stand for. Alright, we'll get these peeled up in about 4.5 minutes and make some deviled eggs. One of the things I love about deviled eggs is the almost unlimited amount of mixtures you can put together for them. But this is just going to be for a quick dinner to go with those nuggets. So I'm going to use some mayonnaise. Usually I just use some yellow, but tonight I've got this honey mustard. So I'm going to use some honey mustard instead of yellow mustard. And I'm going to use just a tiny little bit of minced garlic. I'm sure everybody out there has got their own way to make deviled eggs. I've been doing it this way for 20 years. This is my way. I like to do it on a plate. I like to use a steak knife with the serrated edges. Just use a bowl and a spoon. I'm going to scoop the yolks out, put them over in here. And I'll show you what I do. It's pretty easy. You might have seen me do it before. Go ahead and peel one real quick for you. Just pulled it out of the ice water. So here's the way I do it. You do it any way you want. This is just my way. Just so I don't make a big old mess. Let's throw a cutting board out here real quick. All right, ready? I cracked the bottom. I cracked the other end. Smack it down. Give it a little roll. So I've got about a bazillion little pieces here. And because I'm not standing over the trash can right now, I'll just put them in the shells in this bowl to show you. Now, normally I'm going to use this bowl for something else. But there's a little skin underneath, what you call it, laying right underneath of the shell. All you want to do is get a hold of that, and the shell just falls right off. I usually go ahead and just rinse these real quick because tiny little pieces get stuck to it. And that's it, guys. Let's throw it back in the water bowl. I'll do another one for you. Crash, crash, crunch, spin. Get your finger under that little skin, we'll call it. And you're done. You're done in seconds. Really? Am I making this up? Was that some kind of fancy editing? Well, there you go. 3 seconds, egg peeled. So that's all skill, baby. No, actually what that really is from the pressure cooking. Pressure cooking helps release some of the shell. And away you go. 6 eggs, 15 seconds. So if you ever have a problem peeling an egg after you hard boil them on the stove, stuff like that, well, that's pretty normal. Get yourself a Foodi. Make life easy. Alright, I'm sure somebody is saying, well, what the heck is the plate for? You guys do it however you want to do it. I can use a cutting board. I'm just used to doing it on a plate. Drop them down. I'm squeezing. This is my little secret trick. I squeeze and cut. And what I want to do is to have them split open on the pullback, like so. Now, obviously sometimes that doesn't work. You know how it goes. But that's my goal, so I'm going to give it a squeeze. I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to pull back. And you're probably saying, oh, I do it this way, and I do it that way, and I hope you do, and I hope it works great. But this is the way I do it. And every once in a while, you have a malfunction. So if I have a malfunction on camera, so be it. Voila, no malfunction. And so what's this other thing over here for? Pretty simple. Take my finger, I just pull the yolk away a little bit, and flip them into the bowl. And that's it. Pull a little bit of yolk away, flip them in. And you know, every egg's going to be a little different, guys. Some of them get a little stuck in there. Some of them fall out on their own like that. And that's what you really want. You know you got it cooked right if that happens right there. It just falls out. Nope, we got a little tangled on me. There you go. Okay, now there's a couple things you can do from here. Usually I just take a fork, mash them up, start throwing in the mixture until I get it to the consistency I want, and boom, I got deviled eggs. I know this is a time-consuming process, and I might edit this video and speed the camera up for you, because I'm not sure how entertaining it is to watch me. But big old heaping giant tablespoon of that. Give it a quick stir, see where we're at texture-wise. Okay. Not bad, not bad. It's pretty good. Let's throw in a little honey mustard. Again, you can use just regular old French's yellow, which is what I usually use. A lot of people will put relish in here or pickle. I do sometimes, I do that. But there's certain family members who are not really into pickles, so yeah, I'm not using a spoon. Sue me. I'm not gonna dirty up another spoon just for that. So a little hint of garlic. This minced garlic, a little goes a long way. That's pretty good right there. I like it. That's beautiful. Let's stuff them. Don't forget, these are my dinner eggs. No presentation. Boom. Just kind of flip them right in there. Personally, I'd like to have a little pickle in it, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to put a little paprika on the top, give it a little smoky flavor, and we'll do the nuggets next. Let's make some of these chicken breast nuggets. First thing I want to do is spray the basket with a little Pam. Use your favorite spray. See if we can't get these open. Dump them on in. Spread them out a little bit. We're going to be flipping them around halfway through, so it's fine. That's good. All right, lower your lid. All right, I'm going to be using air crisp mode. Power up, air crisp. I'm going to crank this on up. 400 is the max, and that's where I want it. We're going to start with 10 minutes. And the 5-minute mark, we're going to check them and maybe flip them around a little bit. All right, let's roll these around. Oh yeah, we got a nice little browning going on here. Top and bottom. It looks fantastic. Oh yeah, these are going to be great. They're cooking right up. Let's finish it up. There you go, guys. Chicken breast nuggets. All organic, the Purdue ones. Done in the Ninja Foodi. Deviled eggs, cooked in the Ninja Foodi. So we got a little chicken and egg deal going on here. We're going to serve our nuggets up with a little of this honey mustard. And just a little plain honey to go with it. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments. Don't forget to click that like button. Click the bell for notifications. If you want to help the channel out a little bit, check the description for Patreon links. You can join up as low as $2 a month. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.